One quick note. I've put a link in the description of this video to my website. From there you can download the exercise files I'll be using in my examples. This is completely optional and purely for your convenience. You're more than welcome to share, reproduce, or create your own materials if you think that's better. But they're there for you if you need them. So before we start writing some LSL, we need to get a few core concepts out of the way. LSL is a programming language that is often referred to as a scripting language, and sometimes you'll hear seasoned developers dismiss LSL simply because it is a scripting language, and therefore, it's not a real programming language. What they mean by that is LSL is very limited in scope. For example, you can't write a desktop application in LSL the same way someone might do for .NET, Java, or C++. But LSL was designed for manipulating objects in a 3D environment, a task which it accomplishes with, depending on who you're talking to, varying degrees of success. LSL is a server-side compiled language, meaning that when you have finished and saved your script, the data is sent to the server for compilation, stored as bytecode, and executed by the server directly. Every time you make a change to your script, the script must be recompiled by the server and stored as bytecode for later execution. So let's get started with writing some LSL. The very first thing we need to do is create a new script, and the way you do that is to right-click on the ground, select Build to open the Build menu, left-click to res a new prim, and then next we navigate to the Contents tab in the Build menu, and then we choose the New Script option. After that, simply double-click on the new script that was created, and open up the default script. Before we start talking about functions, variables, states, events, and other things that make up the functionality of LSL, let's get your first script out of the way. Now, in this example, I'm simply going to change the word touched on line 9 to the words friendly greetings and click save. Now, when I touch the prim in world, friendly greetings shows up in chat. You'll also notice that each time the script is saved, the words hello avatar also appear in chat. And that can be changed by editing the say command on line 4. But enough playing around. Let's move on to the next video in which we'll be talking about the different types of data you'll be using in LSL.